So we're going to take out the seat. Now that we got the seat off, we're going to take our 5mm T-handle Allen set. I'm going to take off the 3 with the Grom on the cover. Alright, pull that cover off, set it in a safe place, set your screws in a safe place so you know where everything is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this Allen screw that holds the black plastics to the frame. I'm going to take off this screw in the front on the plastics. I don't know if this one's necessary. And we're going to need 1 Phillips. It's a P2 Phillips. And we're just going to go in there. Now that we got all that stuff out, we have a clear access to our ECU, which is right here, and we can bend the plastics out of the way of the ECU without damaging anything. Now, what we gotta do to get the ECU out, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but there's these tabs. There's one right here, and then there's one at the top right under the plastic. So we need to shimmy the ECU off of that tab on the top and on the bottom, just like so. Plastic might snap back at you. That's okay. Doesn't hurt it at all. But as you see, we got the ECU out under 5 minutes. Honestly, I would recommend on pulling out the extra screws 100%. What we're going to do next is just disconnect the negative terminal on the battery, make sure that there's no power going to it, and then we are good to go. Gonna take my P2 again. I believe this is an 8mm bolt as well. You could just use that if you wanted. Now I'm gonna disconnect my battery tender and disconnect the negative terminal off of the battery. Now what we gotta do, pull this rubber cover off of the ECU. Just for shits and giggles, once again I'm going to turn my key just to make sure that it does not have any power. Nope, no power to the bike. And we're going to set that right there. Now the ECU has a clip on it right here. Now if we pull this clip out like so, ECU should just pop out. Oh, I think we gotta go further. There we go. ECU pops right out. That easy. You could do this in under 5 minutes if you wanted to, and then all we gotta do is send this out to DHM in Florida, and we're gonna get it sent back in a few days. I also put the dust cover back on the harness for the ECU. Here's another view of that tab that the ECU is gonna slide onto. So it's gonna be just like that, but behind the plastic once it's fully on again. I'm not going to put this cover back on because I assume that we'll have it back in a few days. I just put the dust cover on and I put all the bolts on so I can't lose them. But yeah, there you go. Under 5 minutes, pull out the ECU, send it out to go get tuned from whoever you choose. I'm choosing DHM though, as I mentioned before. Hopefully I'll have my man-in-the-box intake by the time that I get my ECU back. And then we'll make a video of installing the intake and putting the ECU on. Alrighty, there you have it. We got the ECU off of the 2022 Grom. We got her in a couple of pieces right now. Not too concerned because she'll be right back together once we get the ECU back. But for the time being, just gonna leave her like that. Hope this was informative if you're trying to figure out how to pull the ECU off of your 2022 Grom. Hope you enjoyed the video. Besides that, gonna post a video once I get the man-in-the-box intake and the DHM tune in. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.